It's time to get your checking account to zero with free checking from PenFed. That's zero ATM fees, zero balance requirements, and zero time spent waiting for your paycheck to direct deposit because you can receive it up to 2 days early. Open your account with just $25 and see how big zero can be. Apply online today at PenFed.org/free checking. Early direct deposit eligibility may vary between pay periods and timing of payer's funding. To receive any advertised product, you must become a member of PenFed, insured by NCUA.
At Henson, we're looking forward to the holidays, and that means more time in the kitchen. Now, imagine your trusty kitchen knife had a wobbly handle. You'd be nervous. Well, the same is true in shaving. Most razors on the market today don't support the blades well enough, allowing them to flex and bend. This is a source of razor burn. At Henson, we used our 20 years of aerospace manufacturing to solve this problem, supporting the blade so you can use it confidently. To learn more and to get 100 blades for free, go to hensonshaving.com/holiday.
Hello? Yes, this is the Falcon speaking. Oh, Nancy. I'm glad you called. You busy tonight? Oh, you are? All right, Angel. You know what that means. Anything that happens to me this evening will be a dead loss.
This is Ed Hurley, friends, inviting you to listen to The Adventures of the Falcon, starring Les Damon. You met the Falcon first in his best-selling novels. Then you saw him in his thrilling motion picture series. Now, join him on the air when the Falcon solves the case of the unwelcome Christmas present. It is Saturday afternoon in New York, 2 days before Christmas. And on Manhattan's busy corners, gaily dressed Santa Clauses ring their bells while people rush to do their last-minute shopping. And one of those frantic shoppers is a man named Larry Sterling, but the prices in the store windows seem to frighten him. And as he shakes his head sadly, a small delivery truck pulls alongside. And the driver, after watching him for a minute, calls to him.
Hey, mister. Mister.
Huh? Me?
Yeah, come here a minute.
What's the matter?
You look like a nice guy.
Oh, thanks.
Now, wait. Don't go away. I want to talk to you.
I'm sorry, I'm busy.
Now, take it easy, mister. What's your name?
Sterling. Larry Sterling.
Oh, glad to know you. My name is Haynes. Walter Haynes. I've been watching you.
So I noticed.
You got a girl?
What's it to you?
Look, Sterling, I want to do you a favor.
Well, don't bother.
Okay, if that's the way you feel.
Hey, wait a second. What kind of a favor?
How would you like to give your girl a silver fox jacket for Christmas?
You crazy.
Then you know what those things cost.
Yeah, and I haven't got that kind of dough.
Well, would you be willing to spend $75 for one?
What?
Get in the car.
Well,
Make up your mind, Sterling. Either you want to look at this jacket or you don't.
Well, why can't I see it out here?
Because there's a cop watching us. Hey, careful, don't sit on the box.
Is it in here?
Yeah. Take a look. Pretty, huh?
Is this stolen merchandise, Haynes?
Now, look, Sterling, ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies. All I know is that any gal who gets a jacket like this is going to think her boyfriend is plenty all right.
That's $75, you said?
That's right. And I'll throw in that gift box. Did you notice the label?
DuPont Brothers.
Yeah.
Hey, that's one of the biggest furriers in town.
Oh, sure. When your girlfriend gets a load of that, what do you think she'll say?
She'll wonder where I got the money.
Okay, if you don't want the coat.
No. I'll take it, Haynes.
You got yourself a buy there, Sterling. Take it from me, pal. You don't know what you walked into. Hey, you better fill up the tank, Joey. I'm going out again. Only sold one silver fox today. Think I'll have to try lower Broadway.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Huh? Oh. Hello, Barney.
Hello, Haynes.
Where'd you drop from?
Steve Ellis told me you kept your truck here.
What's up?
Mr. Raynaud is looking for you.
Raynaud?
Uh-huh.
What for?
Don't you know?
No, what'd I do?
It's what Raynaud thinks you didn't do.
Oh, he's crazy.
You want to tell him that?
Oh, there's no talking to him once he gets an idea in his head. Hey, Barney, what'll I do, huh?
How would you like to hide out in my place?
You mean you'd let me?
Why not?
Oh, but if Raynaud ever found out about this...
Why should he?
Well, somebody might rat.
I'm not worried.
Oh, I want you to know, Barney, I'll never forget you for this as long as I live.
I know you mean well, darling. But if Mr. Raynaud ever discovers this little deceit, that's not saying very much, is it? Look, Haynes. Maybe it would be better if...
If what?
Oh, skip it. Go ahead.
Thanks. You know, Bonnie, for a minute there, I was afraid you changed your mind.
Oh, there's very little danger of that.
Raynaud.
I'm delighted you remember me. Oh, Bonnie, will you please shut the door?
So it was a trap.
Yes, but you're very lucky, Haynes. Not every rat is offered such attractive bait. That was a very fine piece of work, Bonnie.
Listen, Raynaud, you promised me nothing would happen to him if I brought him here.
Did I? Well, let's not worry about it, shall we? Oh, Haynes, I believe you know Leonard.
Sure he does. We're old friends, aren't we, pal?
Cut it out.
Bonnie's right, Leonard. That's hardly the way to treat a guest. Really, Haynes, I'm so sorry about this. May I offer you something?
No, I don't want anything.
Well, that's where we differ. Because I do. 2 weeks ago, you received your usual consignment of fur jackets. One coat was different. Where is it?
In my truck?
Leonard, will you be good enough to check?
Sure.
Never mind. I've already looked. It isn't there.
It ain't?
No.
Yeah. You know, it's something I must have sold it by mistake. Oh, you gotta believe me, Mr. Raynaud.
Of course I do. Who was the lucky buyer?
Well, that's just the trouble. I don't know his name.
Leonard.
I've been looking forward to this for a long time, Haynes.
No.
When I get through with you, your own mother won't know you.
What was his
I
name?
tell you, I don't know.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Raynaud, keep Leonard away from him. He'll kill him.
I hope not, Bonnie. But if he does, well, in our trade, death is always an occupational hazard. Carry on, Leonard.
Yeah?
You the superintendent of this building?
That's right.
You got a Larry Sterling living here?
Who?
Come on, Pop. Get with it. Larry Sterling. Do you know him?
Sure.
What apartment does he live in?
3A.
Thanks.
But he ain't home now.
He's not?
Nope. Went out about 20 minutes ago.
When does he due back?
Didn't say.
Well, how's about letting me wait for him?
Oh, help yourself.
No, I mean in his apartment.
In his apartment?
Yeah. You got a pass key, haven't you?
Oh, sure.
Well, suppose you let me borrow it.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Why not? I'll make it worth your while. Could you use $10?
Yeah.
Well, all you gotta do is let me borrow your key.
I know. Told you can't.
Now, you don't understand, Pop. My name's Leonard. You see, I'm an old friend of Larry's. I want to surprise him.
Yep, sorry.
All right. Then I'll tell you what I'll do. You still want to make that 10?
And not if it's going
No,
to...
forget the key. All I want to know is when Larry came home tonight, did he have a big package with him?
Big package, eh?
A package about this size.
Why do you want to know?
Now, listen, you jerk. I'm asking the questions.
Well, I don't have to answer.
And I say you do.
Oh, you keep your hands to
I've got a
yourself.
good mind.
Shut up!
Help! Just keep your trap shut.
Oh, you think you're smart.
Oh, you got me wrong, Pop. I don't want to hurt you. Now, why don't we forget this ever happened?
You just get out of here.
Okay, but if I was you, I wouldn't mention to Larry that anybody dropped around to see him. I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to be awful angry if you spoil it. Now, take care of yourself, Pop. I'd hate to drop around again to do it for you.
You know, I shouldn't do this, Georgia. We promised we wouldn't open our presents till Christmas Eve.
Now, Larry, 24 hours one way or the other won't make any difference. Is it a robe?
Nope.
Lounging pajamas?
You'll never guess.
Then let me see. Oh, Larry.
Didn't expect a fur coat, huh?
No, I didn't.
Well, what do you say?
I think it's lovely, Larry.
Go on, try it on.
Oh, sure.
You're certainly not enthusiastic about it.
I'm sorry, honey. I guess I'm behaving badly, but you see... Oh, excuse me. Hello?
Is that you, Miss Corwin?
Yes.
This is Parker, the superintendent where Mr. Sterling lives. Do you expect to see him tonight?
As a matter of fact, he's here now.
Oh, could I talk to him, please?
Sure. It's for you, Larry.
Who is it?
The superintendent of your building.
It's funny. Hello.
Hiya, Mr. Sterling.
Well, what's the trouble, Pop?
I just thought you ought to know something. A fellow was around here tonight asking questions about you.
Who?
He wouldn't give his name, but he wanted me to let him in your apartment.
Huh?
He was awful interested in that big box you brought home tonight. When I wouldn't tell him anything about it, he almost hit me.
Oh, listen, Papa. Are you sure he was after me?
Positive. If I was you, Mr. Sterling, I'd be careful.
Oh. Yeah, thanks a lot, Pop. I'll be seeing you.
What's the trouble, Larry?
Somebody's awfully curious about that fur coat.
Now, why would anybody in his right mind be interested in that coat?
Well, that's a nice way for you to talk.
I don't want to hurt your feelings, darling, but if you paid more than $20 for this, you were stuck.
So you think I was a sucker?
I do.
You know, you could be wrong, too.
How are you going to prove it?
Maybe I can't, but if you give me the classified directory, I'll find me someone who can.
Yeah?
Now, I don't know whether I've got the right party.
What apartment do you want?
12A?
This is it.
Are you, Mike Waring, the Falcon?
That's right.
My name is Larry Sterling. I hate to bother you, Mr. Waring.
Quite all right. Come in.
Thank you.
What's on your mind?
Well, if you're not too busy, I'd like to talk to you.
About what?
This. Go on, open the box.
Oh, it's a fur jacket.
Yeah, I bought it this afternoon from a man named Walter Haynes.
Well, how come it's sporting the DuPont Brothers label?
This guy Haynes led me to believe it was stolen.
Oh, the old racket, huh?
Yeah, there's a new one on me.
Well, what do you want me to do? Get your money back?
No, I was a sucker, Mr. Waring, and I'm willing to take my loss.
And what's your problem?
How much would you guess I paid for this coat?
Oh, I don't know, $100?
75. But my girlfriend says it isn't worth 20.
Well?
Well, if this coat's worthless, why is somebody so anxious to get it from me?
What do you mean?
My superintendent told me several parties were making inquiries about me.
Well, it doesn't mean anything.
Funny they should all ask if I brought home a big, bulky box that looked like it might contain a fur jacket.
Let me see that coat again.
Well?
Oh, it still looks like a skinned rabbit to me. But I've been wrong before. Let's see what the experts down at DuPont Brothers have to say.
Yes, sir? Is there something I can do for you?
There is. I've got one of your fur jackets in this box.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry, sir, but the exchange department is closed till after Christmas.
Well, I don't want to exchange it. I just wanted it appraised.
Oh, I'm afraid that's out of the question now, Mr.
Waring.
Well, as you can see, we're practically rushed to death.
Uh-huh. Well, how long would it take you to look at it?
My dear fellow, you just won't understand. Mr. DuPont himself would have to look at it, and I wouldn't dare disturb him now.
Oh, I see. Well, then suppose I leave the jacket here.
Well, I can't make any promises, Mr. Waring.
Oh, that's all right. I'm willing to take my chances. I'll be back in an hour.
Hello.
Huh? Oh, hello, a lady burglar. Hope I didn't startle you.
Not particularly.
Well, if I'm in your way,
Oh, think nothing of it. You must be Mike Waring, also called the Falcon.
I guess I must be. And you?
You can call me Bonnie.
Well, I'd like nothing better.
A young man named Larry Sterling dropped in to see you about an hour ago.
Oh, did he?
Well, that's what I've been led to believe.
How did you get in here?
I could say the door was unlocked.
Yes, you could, but I wouldn't necessarily have to believe you.
In that case, you may as well know the truth. I used these.
Oh, that's not nice, Bonnie. It's a penal offense.
Oh, thinking of calling someone?
Just the police?
Now, let's not be hasty, shall we?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Mr. Waring, Mr. Raynaud.
You'll forgive me for not shaking hands.
As I understand, that gun makes it rather awkward, doesn't it?
Very.
What do you want, Renaud?
Didn't Bonnie explain?
I didn't get very far.
Mr. Waring,
I have reason to believe that a young man named Larry Sterling left a fur jacket with you today.
Why should he do that?
Maybe he became suspicious.
Maybe he had reason to be.
Maybe. But that's hardly the point. Where is the coat, Mr. Waring?
I haven't got it.
I know. Bonnie and I were quite diligent in our search.
Well, I hope you were careful in handling my shirts.
You needn't worry about that.
Well, then I haven't a care in the world.
Not after you turn the coat over to us. I assume you can get it back at your convenience.
Anytime?
May I suggest there's no time like the present?
And I'm afraid I can't agree with you, Renaud. My client bought that coat in good faith.
In good faith?
Yes, he gave $75 for it.
I assure you neither of you will lose by this transaction.
Well, I don't know. His girlfriend was awfully crazy about it.
Shall we say $1,000?
Shall we say nuts?
Mr. Waring, I refuse to argue. Suppose I send one of my agents around. He's much more persuasive than I am. Come, Bonnie.
Hold it. Where do you think you're going?
Home, naturally. Have you any objections?
Yes, several. You're staying here till the police arrive.
You're overlooking one thing, Mr. Waring.
What, that gun?
Uh-huh.
Well, somehow I've got a feeling...
Look out, Reno!
You stupid, blundering fool! Your type can never let well enough alone.
Hey, you better take a slug of this, Mike.
Oh, never mind, Sterling. I want to hear the rest of your story.
Well, it's just like I told you. When I walked in here, I found you stretched out on the floor.
Now, start back a little further.
What do you mean?
How come you decided to pay me a visit?
Well, I know Renaud was on his way over.
And you didn't think it necessary to warn me?
I tried to call you, but there was no answer.
Why did you tell Renaud you hired me?
I didn't.
Then who did?
My girlfriend, Georgia Corwin. He found out where she lived, and, well, I guess it wasn't very bright of her, but Georgia told him I'd gone over to see you. Mike, that coat must be worth thousands.
Mm-hmm. What was the name of that character you bought it from?
Walter Haynes.
Now get the phone book and see if he's listed.
Don't bother, I can tell you.
Waring.
He lives at 2719 West 93rd, apartment 2D.
Oh, thanks. And you're...
Leonard. I think Mr. Renaud told you I'd be around.
Yes, he did.
I want that coat wearing.
You know, Leonard, Renaud made a bad bet. You're no more persuasive than he is, and you're not nearly as pretty as Bonnie.
Well, you haven't seen me in action.
I can hardly wait.
I'm glad you're taking that attitude, Waring. It gives me an opportunity to check up on some gossip. They tell me you're a pretty tough cookie.
You don't want to believe everything you hear.
Well, there's one way to find out.
Get out of the way, Mike.
Hey, what?
Nice going, Larry.
I hope you don't mind me ruining that decanter.
Oh, no. I'll find it a lot easier to get a new bottle than this boy will a new head. Come on, let's go, fella. Apartment 2B. C, here we are.
Are you sure this is the right place? The nameplate says Walter Harvey.
That's probably an alias. Notice the initials are the same.
Could be a coincidence.
Yes, could be. But Leonard sounded as though he knew what he was... Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Door's open.
Careless of Mr. Haynes.
Yes, that sort of thing can cost you your life. And in this case, it did.
What?
Isn't that a hand sticking out of that trunk?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, no.
Now, take it easy, Larry.
Oh, look at his face. He was beaten to death, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's a fairly safe assumption.
Oh, poor Haynes. Mike, you gotta find out who did this.
Why?
Well, you can't let Renaud get away with this.
Look, maybe we ought to take this from the beginning. Who am I working for, anyway?
I don't understand.
You came to my apartment this evening with a yarn that Haynes had sold you a hot fur coat.
Well, it's true.
Then if you were stuck, why didn't you write the whole thing off? Why did you bring me into this?
Well, I told you that. Don't you understand, Waring? That coat must be worth thousands.
All right. Let's assume for the sake of argument it is. What does that mean to me?
We'll split the money.
What money? You admit the coat must be stolen?
Well, maybe there's a reward.
Oh. Well, there's one way to find out. Suppose we see the brothers DuPont.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
I hope so. My name is Waring. I was in here a little earlier today. I left a coat to be appraised.
Oh, yes, of course. I had Mr. DuPont look at it. Would you be good enough to identify your merchandise?
That the same one, Larry?
Yeah, I could never forget that fur.
Well, what's the coat worth?
Would you care to venture a guess?
Well, judging by the trouble it's caused, I'd say 10,000.
Oh, you're way off, sir.
What did I tell you?
20?
If I might be so bold, what'd you pay for this coat?
Well, you can't judge by that. My friend got it at bargain rates.
And he gave?
Believe it or not, $75.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Well, strictly entre nous, Mr. Waring, this is a very rare example of genus felidae.
Ooh. English translation, please.
Skinned alley cat. And as such, it isn't worth a dime.
I don't understand it, Mike.
You sure that's the same coat?
Positive. But if the coat's worthless, why was Haynes killed?
Now, don't ask me, Larry. I'm a stranger here myself.
Maybe Renaud doesn't know its value.
Well, I doubt that. Renaud, Leonard, and Bonnie are too slick a trio to get worked up over a phony fur piece.
But it must mean something.
Yes, obviously. And Brother Renaud knows. Well, maybe he won't mind sharing his information with us.
How are you going to find him?
Through Leonard.
You think he'll cooperate?
If it's put to him the right way. Remember how you knocked him cold?
Yes.
Well, don't forget how you did it. I may want you to try it again.
Still here, Mike. Right where you left him.
Uh-huh. Come on, Leonard, get up. Come on, palsy, you'll miss Santa Claus.
Yes, but I won't miss you.
Mike.
Don't move, chum, or I'll let you have it from here.
Well, that wasn't nice of you to fool us that way, Leonard. I would have sworn you hadn't moved an inch since we left.
Don't feel too bad, Waring. I only moved 2. From here to where you left my gun and back. Where's the coat?
Are you still harping on that? You're wasting your time. It's worthless.
I don't mind. Hand it over.
And if not...
Don't be a sap, Waring. I'm not fussy. I'd just as soon take it over your dead body.
I think he means that, Mike.
Well, I don't. You're bluffing, Leonard.
You shouldn't have called me, pal.
Get down, Waring.
Larry, you all right?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't mean to frighten you, folks.
Oh, that's perfectly all right, friend. Another second and this Falcon would have been cold turkey.
What about him?
Yeah, he's dead. Well, to whom are we indebted?
Yeah, who are you?
What's the matter, Larry? Don't you know me?
Mister, the way your face looks, I don't think your own mother would.
Hey, buddy, you got a girl?
Haynes.
Sure.
Mike, this is Walter Haynes.
Wait a minute. If you're Haynes, who's the stiff in your apartment?
Renaud. Leonard killed him.
Oh, the old double cross, huh?
Yeah.
Well, where have you been?
Well, they kept me tied up in some dame's apartment.
Bonnie's?
Yeah, Bonnie's. After I got loose, I went to Larry's apartment, and some other dame told me I could locate him here.
That must have been Georgia.
What's this all about, Haynes?
What's what all about?
This fur coat.
Believe me, Waring, I don't know. I got it in a consignment with my regular merchandise. I knew there was something screwy playing because Renaud sent Leonard to buy it from me for $1,000, but I didn't want to get into trouble.
So you sold it to me, figuring you could get it back any time.
Oh, I'm sorry, fella. I didn't realize what I was letting you in for.
Well, it all adds up except for one thing. Where does Bonnie come in?
Right on cue, Mr. Waring.
Bonnie.
You want to do something about that door, Mike.
Yes. Next time, get a spring so it'll close. Where's the coat, Mike? I want it.
And if you don't get it?
Don't be silly, darling. Nothing's going to stop me. Not even if I have to shed a little blood.
I wouldn't be surprised if you meant that.
I do.
Well, what do you say, Haynes?
I say give it to her.
No.
She's a pretty determined young lady, Larry. But if you'd care to stop her...
How about that, honey?
Well, I guess that settles that. Here you are, Bonnie. Wear it well.
No, just drape it over the chair. I'll take it from there.
You're the boss.
And don't you ever forget it. Now, all of you stay put for the next 5 minutes. The first one who gets careless enough to show his face out of the doorway will get it blown off. Good night, folks. Thanks a million.
Get the phone, Sterling. Maybe we can head her off.
Yeah, hurry it up, Larry. Call downstairs.
I'll take care of it.
I thought you were going to rush her, Waring.
Well, if you're worried about that coat, Haynes, forget it. She won't get away.
Oh, she can keep the coat for all I care. I had my fill of this business.
I don't blame you.
Oh, incidentally, what happened to the box that came in?
Oh, I threw it away.
You're kidding.
Why, it wasn't worth anything, was it?
Now, look, I want that box, Waring, and I'm not clouding.
Well, why make an issue of a little thing like that, Haynes? Unless it isn't a little thing. Suppose we see.
Get away from that door.
You want the box, don't you? I'm darned if I can see why. Looks like any other cardboard box to me. Maybe if I were to rip the cardboard apart...
Hey, cut that out.
Oh, well, what do you know? Pretty cute, huh? Who'd ever think of looking for a letter pasted between two sheets of cardboard?
You did.
Yeah, well, you gave me the lead. Yeah, this is a pretty important piece of stationery, Haynes. Look at the name on top, Moscow Federation.
I want that letter, Waring.
Yes, I'm beginning to understand why.
Well, do I get it?
Mister, you certainly do. Oh.
Did you have to do that, Larry?
Did I have to do that? You realize he was going to kill you?
Sure, but I might as well be dead. You realize that was my last bottle of Christmas cheer? Now what am I going to do?
Waring, that was a real great job.
Oh, thanks, Larry. Say, hadn't you better be running off to see your girl?
No, not till I get the complete story on what happened from yesterday morning till last night. What was in that letter, anyway?
Something the boys in the Department of Justice have been looking for a long time. You've heard of the international movement known as Moscow Federation?
Yes, unfortunately.
Well, that letter contained a complete list of outfits here and in South America that are cooperating with them.
Well, how did it wind up in Haynes' hands?
Renault had it originally. He was an agent for Moscow. He was told to contact these organizations and keep them in line.
Oh, then Haynes was working for Renault.
Yeah, sure. Peddling hot fur was a blind for the mob. He was Renault's boy until he realized what a wonderful source of blackmail that list was. So he got you to hold the list for him while he carried out his plan. He killed Renault and messed up his face so it would pass for his own.
Well, where did Bonnie figure in this?
Poor kid, she didn't even know the score. She thought the coat was the all-important thing.
How did you know it wasn't?
That appraisal gave me the tip-off. And the one thing we'd overlooked in the case was the box that came in.
Well, what made you realize Haynes was the killer?
It was a story he told. He claimed he was beaten up and kept a prisoner in Bonnie's place, and he came to my house right after he escaped and learned where you were. But when I asked him about the corpse in his own apartment, he wasn't even surprised. Right off the bat, he knew it was Renault.
I guess that'll learn me. Well, thanks a lot, Mike. I'll be seeing you.
Say, wait a minute. Where are you rushing off to?
In case you've forgotten, this is the night before Christmas. My girlfriend, Georgia, must still be wondering what happened to me.
Ah, yes, of course.
But, what about you?
Well, I guess this is my unlucky night. I don't have a date.
On Christmas Eve?
Mm-hmm. Isn't that irony for you? Me and Santa Claus are the only two guys in town who are left holding the bag.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.